Okay, this is Nigeria News Center. Mr. Chinedu Michael, let us look at the news that just broke some minutes ago that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu finally have had access to his personal physician. From information in the media space, his special counsel, his lawyer, Ejimako, said that this they have been trying to achieve since over 1 year. This looks like a breakthrough.
Of course, it looks like, and it is, because you know that ad initio, before this present administration came to power, you saw the kind of damage that was done on his person and how they denied him even access and all these things Buhari and the additional and his men did, where they sat in a particular house and arranged on how to kill Nnamdi Kanu before they carry out that illegal rendition, like, you know, bringing him back, and there was no medical attention, no access to a medical doctor, no access to medical health services, nothing till date. So this thing must have accumulated as over the years, and I knew and I understand that there was a particular time these lawyers were shouting on top of their voices, but because Buhari wanted Nnamdi Kanu dead, you know, just let it die there. That was his plan. But God has a way of sustaining somebody whose hand is clean, whose heart is clean, and it's a good development that finally he's been allowed to a medical doctor he himself recommended. So it's a good development, and it's a sign that yes, because if you look at how his presence in the last court, you discover that, you know, though he was looking very healthy, but there were signs that he was a bit swollen, you know, a kind of.
I was going to that area because when he said that in that last court appearance, Nnamdi Kanu himself complained that he was suffering from congestive cancer. And a quick check revealed that congestive cancer is the inability of the heart to pump blood the way it should. And in that same courtroom, Nnamdi Kanu alleged that perhaps they want to allow his situation to deteriorate.
No, they want to kill him.
Maybe when they release him,
yes. It was the original plan of, but God has a way of doing his things. It was original plan. The plan was orchestrated by the then Buhari, Muhammad Buhari, you know, so to say, if at all. Then we saw how everything was just being manipulated. We saw how every court order was ignored by the Buhari administration. We saw a lot of things, you know, but funny person, I don't know how to, I don't think that guy, you know, went through the rank and file of journalism. I'm talking of Femi Adesina that went and wrote that useless book talking about how they all sat down in a particular house to kill Nnamdi Kanu. But God has a way of doing his things, you know. And yes, of course. What I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to use a pointer, you know, that, you know, once one is not being allowed to go do certain things, you know, walk around and say, you know, Nnamdi Kanu is being subdued into being held hostage somewhere. People are calling it detention, and when the blood can no longer circulate, you know, anything can happen. You can develop anything. But so far so good. We are seeing that he has been able to have access to the press. Maybe without the press, we would have had this development. And I think he spoke to the press, you know, openly, and he told them the situation on the ground, that actually the DSS wanted him, you know, dead.
I was going to that area.
Yes.
Because I wanted to ask, does it mean because he spoke to the press and perhaps the government is not worried that the world already know the man's condition, health condition, and that the inability of the man to have access to a personal physician? I was going to ask you, was it because the world is already aware that the government, the DSS, have not allowed his personal physician to visit him? Would that be the reason?
Nnamdi Kanu is a delight any day, anytime, even to his enemies. Don't talk about, you know, the media, you know, because he has a lot of content in him that he can always upload to the media, you know, and the media saw that opportunity, you understand, to put it to the global domain that this is the situation of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu presently, and then MAZI NNAMDI KANU make it open in just 3 minutes, and the whole thing went global, and that is what the man stood for. That is why he's been called MAZI NNAMDI KANU, because he's an outstanding personality. He's a man who has come to define himself and define his generation. So a little bit away from there, the press did that one, did that job fantastically, putting so much pressure, and of course on the government itself, and of course on the authorities to do something, because they know that for him to have come out and nothing is being done, that might likely going to be a damaging consequences that might end Nigeria at the end of the day.
Okay, now we hope that because from what information that came to the public domain through the lawyer, that he has been examined, and we hope the treatment will go on smoothly. And
that is what Ayo Adepanjo, the elder statesman of Afenifere, a Yoruba social cultural group, made it very clearly yesterday. Kudos to Ayo Adepanjo. Is a man who has stood his ground, who has stood for Nnamdi Kanu over the years, even right from the beginning, that this is where Nnamdi Kanu is doing the right thing, because he has given Nigeria many times opportunity for survival as a nation, but we have to choose the other side, and he told Tinubu completely, open and clear, that there is no need keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. It is illegal. That it is high time he's being released. You see, when people like that start questioning government intention to keep such personality, such person who is controlling over 80 million people around the globe, you know the consequences, you know what it means. Nigeria can never survive it.
My next question will be, now that he has been allowed access to his personal physician and he has been examined, it looks as if DSS is ready to do the right thing.
If they are not ready to do the right thing, what happened to ESAS will happen to them. There's no two ways about it. What is the meaning? Because it shows they are not independent. They are not DSS for anything. Police does not work without what the directive of the presidency. That's what we're seeing. That's what we are observing. So, as it may now, DSS, this is what they are supposed to do. I believe so, even before now, before it get to the level that the young man is complaining of having congestive cancer. So it should have happened if not that they decided, I'm sure Nnamdi Kanu is being held hostage. He doesn't move around, he hardly eats, he has never changed his clothes. He can see the psychological damage. But look at him, he's still standing, not shaking.
High spirit.
And in high spirit. All over the world, those statements ignited everywhere in the world. Over 80 million people were jubilating. He has not come out. He said in 2 seconds, 2 minutes, he's going to bring peace around everywhere. He is being known. Even country that does not know him, meaning that his release is going to bring peace, even into the Middle East. So to say.
On a final note, do you have any piece of advice for his legal team?
Of course, continuity. They should be resilient. They should show competence. They should show high level of professionalism. They should show that yes, what has been done to Nnamdi Kanu is pure illegality. They should prove it. And though a lot of people are saying some thing that happened in the past that we are not seeing, some of the legal team who has continued to drive to support for his release, but so far so good. My advice is to them is to keep, over 80 million followers of Nnamdi Kanu updated on daily basis on developments around him. That is what is needed, so that we will know at any point in time what to do and what to look for.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Once more, this is Nigeria News Center.
Thank you.
We will bring you happiness in Nigeria and globally. If you are new to this channel, if you are new to the program, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Thank you very much.